Hey, welcome to Rotten Skin, a critical lens to skincare. Whether you're a skincare lover or novice, make sure to subscribe below so that you don't miss any of my skincare videos. Today I'm going to be reviewing a brand, Isntree. I'm collaborating with Stylovana today, and as you've seen in my last several videos with them, I have a code for you all that can get you a discount from 10 to 15% off. The code is INF10RTS, and you're welcome to use it. Today I'm going to really talk about what I've learned about the brand, what I like about them, and then review 8 different products from everything from toners to essences, serums, and even a sunscreen. So if you think that this is going to be fun, you could give me a thumbs up. That would be great. I was really excited to do this video and try these products because everything I've tried from Isntree in the past, which has only been like a few products, I've tried a cleanser, a mineral sunscreen, and a sleeping mask from them. Everything I've tried has been really great and has fit kind of all of my criteria for what I look for in skincare. In terms of Isntree as a brand, there's not a whole lot of information out there about them, including on their website, but from what I can gather, they were the original pioneers of skincare blogging in Korea, and then in 2012 became the brand Isntree. They state that their name is the combination of 3 words: island, natural, and tree. In terms of the island portion, they don't really explicitly say what island they're referring to, but one of the products we're reviewing today has ingredients that come from Jeju, which is an island off of mainland Korea. The other 2 just feel kind of, nature and tree. They state nature because they use pure raw materials from nature, and tree because a strong tree that bears good fruit and grows with our consumers. Seems kind of like an afterthought, if I'm going to be honest. I'd rather not really know the breakdown of the name. I would have been fine with them just saying it's not a tree or something like that. I don't know. It feels like there's maybe a little bit of a lack of identity, but that's okay. I really do appreciate their products. They are leaning on the side of the kind of clean beauty movement, though they don't use the word clean too often, which is better than a lot of the companies out there that are fear-mongering. From what I could gather through their various threads on their website, all of their products are cruelty-free in that they don't administer their own animal testing, nor do they export to countries that require animal testing pre-market or post-market. In addition, most of their products are vegan. One thread of theirs calls out that 3 of their products are not vegan. I can't really remember which ones those are off the top of my head. In addition, most of their products, if not all, seem to be fragrance-free. Everything I'm reviewing today is fragrance-free, and if you've been following my channel, you know that I just really don't enjoy artificial fragrance in products because they tend to be overwhelming, linger for too long, and I just don't like the scent. But various people have various reasons for avoiding fragrance. That's mine, and Isntree is a good option for you if you do. In addition, their products tend to be on the hydrating side, working pretty well for dry-skinned individuals. There are a couple of products I'm reviewing today that are more suited for normal to oily-skinned individuals, but overall they really incorporate lots of hyaluronic acid in all of their products, and they have just a line where they specifically include multiple molecular weight hyaluronic acids to reach various layers of the skin and provide more plumping benefits that one could derive from hyaluronic acid. My favorite point of all is that Isntree products, like many K-beauty skincare products, are on the more affordable side of the spectrum. Considering the technology and formulation that goes into them and the ingredients used, plus the overall package of the products, it's a really great bang for buck. That's why Isntree is one of my favorite brands right now. My one criticism is the over-reliance on natural products to appeal to consumers. Natural isn't always better. Natural isn't always the most sustainable option, nor the most effective option. That's not to say that natural ingredients don't work. They're just a little less predictable than their lab synthesized counterparts. And so without further ado, we should just start the review. First up, we have this hyaluronic acid toner. So while this is a toner, the pH balancing sort of property isn't the main highlight in their claims, although they do state this somewhere down in the product description. It's just not the highlight, but they do incorporate, they say 50% hyaluronic acid in here. And as you can see from my overlay, it does have a more viscous kind of texture compared to most toners that you'll find. And so for folks that are really looking for something hydrating, this is great. Hyaluronic acid is a penetration enhancer, meaning that it can help your other skincare ingredients reach more deeply into the skin. It's overall a really simple formula. In addition to the hyaluronic acid, it has glycerin and beta-glucan and panthenols, making this, you know, something that could be good for skin barrier repair and restoration. And overall, I've just been using it every night after cleansing, and I like the toners that err more on the hydrating, viscous side. Next up, we have the sister of the previous toner. It's the Hyaluronic Acid Toner Plus. This one has 5 different types of hyaluronic acid, whereas the last one had 2. And in addition, it has several different plant extracts that can make this more of an essence, really, slash serum hybrid. You can see from my overlay, it has an even more subtly viscous texture to it, making it really hydrating, as you would assume from all of the hyaluronic acid in there. It has some green tea extract and Scutellaria bicalensis fruit extract, some aloe, and it also has licorice fruit extract higher up on the INCI list. So I've been using this every morning because it has more of the antioxidant ingredients that I like to incorporate in the morning, although I do like to incorporate some at night as well. But this is just a good way to start my day. I love that it's hydrating and provides the hydration that I might have lost overnight. It's just a good one. It's a little bit more expensive than the regular toner, but I think that the ingredients that you're getting for it makes up for the price difference, which on Salovana is really only like a $3 to $5 difference. So I'd say this one is worth it if you're looking for something that can be more standalone in the morning, specifically to prepare your skin for the rest of your routine. Okay. So next we have this Clear Skin BHA Toner. I would compare this to the CosRX BHA Toner that uses willow bark extract exclusively for its BHA. This uses betaine salicylate, which is also a beta hydroxy acid, but it's been shown to be more gentle than plain salicylic acid. Apparently, in Korea, regulations prohibit the use of higher concentrations of salicylic acid alone, and so this might be why they've opted for the betaine salicylate, but they also have some willow bark extract in there as well, so I don't know what the overall concentration of BHA is in here, unfortunately, but it seems to be an even more gentle solution than the CosRX one or Paula's Choice or any of the other leave-on BHA toners. I've only used it a handful of times because, you know, I've only been using these for a few weeks now, and I tend to only do the BHA leave-on toners once or twice a week. My blackhead sebaceous filaments have been kind of kept at bay from using this exclusively, and I didn't notice any peeling or issues with that, so it does seem to be gentle, like I already said. So I'd say if you're looking for a gentle alternative to BHAs that you'll find in the States or even the CosRX one, maybe try this because it could be sufficient and less irritating. All right, the next one I'm going to talk about is this Green Tea Fresh Toner, which I really wanted to try, even though it's geared towards people with normal to oily skin. It has 80% green tea extract in here, and that's a really high concentration. I really like green tea. However, this is just like a very interesting formula, and I feel like it's really going to be hit or miss for a lot of people. It comes out somewhat like it's almost feels like coffee or something when you get it out of the bottle, and then the scent is reminiscent of coffee or brown sugar as well. It doesn't spread that easily either, so it isn't the most pleasant thing to apply. It doesn't feel particularly sticky, maybe temporarily, and then that dissipates, but this isn't something that I really enjoyed wearing every day. And in addition, I already have dry skin, so it's not something I would want to use every day. It also has willow bark extract, and it's specifically trying to help control excessive sebum. But this is actually the product that had the green tea derived from Jeju Island. It's really unclear where the rest of Isntree's ingredients come from and where that IS in their name from Island what island they're referring to, or if it even matters, and it probably doesn't even matter. It does have some hyaluronic acid and beta glucan, but it's more geared for people with oily skin, so you might want to try it if you are not opposed to kind of stepping out of the box and trying something that feels a little new and weird. Okay, so this is also the most products I've ever reviewed in a video, so I hope it doesn't feel like I'm just like churning it out. Like, I do want it to feel like I'm not just robotic and stuff, and so hopefully it's coming off like that. Not like that. I don't know what to do about it, sorry. Here's the hyaluronic acid water essence. It comes in this more ampoule. It comes in more of this ampoule type of container, and that's different for an essence, right? So this one, for me, I had to always get at least like 2 droppers of it because the dropper doesn't fill all the way, and so that's not ideal for me. I really just like things to go quick in the morning. I've been using this both in the morning and evening, but you know, it's fine. It's something I can live with, but I would prefer to just have a cap or something that I can flip off and really use it quickly. Anyway, aside from the packaging, this is actually a really good product. It has 8 different types of hyaluronic acid, making it just extremely hydrating. And that's something that you'll see this line in particular, the hyaluronic acid line of theirs, which, you know, includes the toners that I talked about. And you'll find them in these blue bottles. And I also tried a sleeping mask. They're just really good products for people with dry skin. And for me, who has skin that is more on the dry side most of the time, it's something I love. Like the sleeping mask, I'm not talking about it today, but it's such an interesting, I don't know, it's like an elastic gel and something that I just haven't really like come across before. And so I think they're really on to something with how they're formulating their products. This one though, not to get too far away from the point, has some niacinamide higher up on the list. So if you're looking for a product with probably a good amount of niacinamide, this could be a good one for you. It also has oat kernel extract, which can be really soothing. The scent is really slightly floral / fruity, and I don't mind it at all because it really doesn't stay on the skin and it's actually kind of pleasant. Okay, so the next one is kind of the odd one out in the group. It's the C-Niacin toning ampoule. By the way, is this how you say ampoule or is it ampoule? I think it's ampoule from my research on Instagram. Anyway, this is supposed to be just a really brightening formula. It has 4% niacinamide, which is obviously a brightening agent that can help skin barrier repair, you know, the whole spiel, can help with acne, etc. But it also has, as the first ingredient, sea buckthorn extract. This is the first time I believe that I've used sea buckthorn fruit extract. It might have been thrown in there in some of my other products, but this one, it's like the top ingredient, and sea buckthorn fruit has a high concentration of vitamin C. They've also added ethyl ascorbic acid. It's more on the bottom end of the INCI list, which is a stable form of vitamin C. And so overall, for people who find just ascorbic acid to be kind of irritating, this could be something that you might want to try. This, of course, we don't know what the percentage of ethyl ascorbic acid or even sea buckthorn fruit extract is in here, but it's safe to assume that it's a very potent vitamin C formula. Just, you know, and it's all contingent upon the stability, of course. Okay, and the next one I'm talking about is the Spot Saver Mugwort ampoule. They say that you extracted the mugwort extract in here from the time drop method, which is trademarked. I don't even know what that means, to be honest. I've never used mugwort before, but I have seen lots of people rave about its ability to curtail acne. There are no clinical studies at this time showing its efficacy in preventing or treating acne, but it does have some antimicrobial properties, which means it could potentially combat acne-causing bacteria on the skin. There are animal studies and in vitro studies showing that it can act as an antioxidant and help repair the skin, minimizing fine lines and wrinkles, and also stimulating collagen synthesis. So there are some promising studies, but they're few and far between, and studies aren't everything, as you might have heard me say in the past. Studies cost a lot of money, and so just because there's not a study or many studies to support an ingredient doesn't mean that it's not effective, but it can provide some unbiased information for us that is more than just a YouTuber claiming that a natural ingredient from Jeju Islands cure their skin. But mugwort, I think, it seems like a promising antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and potentially anti-acne ingredient. And in this form, it's pretty nice. It's in this little like dropper format. Actually, an in vitro study showed that mugwort extract helped alleviate dry skin symptoms in people with atopic dermatitis. So it could potentially be really good for people with dry skin as well, especially if you have dry skin and acne. Perhaps it's worth a shot. I haven't used it too much, but because it's marketed as a spot saver, I did have a couple of minor breakouts in the past few weeks, which I think are attributable to eating sugar and stress eating, and I reached for this. I can't say that it really did anything for my skin. It probably requires ongoing treatment to really see any potential benefits. And I already have a really solid routine when it comes to acne in terms of using azelaic acid and retin A. So I can't really say that it helped, but I gave it a try, and I would continue to try it, especially if I didn't have my routine with retinoids and azelaic acid already. And I feel like I've been talking for ages, so sorry. The next and last product, but not least product that I'm going to talk about, is the Hyaluronic Acid Watery Sun Gel. I was curious to try this because I tried their mineral version of this and was not impressed. This one, however, really knocked it out of the park for me. In terms of UVB, they use ethyl hexyl, salicylate, and homosalate, which are more old school. In terms of the broad spectrum filters they have Tinosorb S and Tinosorb M. Tinosorb M, both of these are organic filters, but Tinosorb M has properties that can allow it to refract and reflect light, similar to how mineral sunscreens can act for a small portion of UV rays. I can't say for certain how effective they are at refracting or reflecting ultraviolet radiation, but it is kind of an interesting property of this organic filter, and it's one that I don't see too often in sunscreen, and so I was really excited to have this, and I've actually almost used the entire bottle because I've liked it so much. Yeah, in terms of the finish, it's more of a satin finish, so I think if you're someone who absolutely just needs to stick to something that's matte, it's not going to work for you, but it's not overwhelmingly shiny either, and it's honestly become one of my favorite sunscreens. Did you enjoy listening to me, or was it just like information overload? Let me know in the comments. I'm gonna go edit this and put this up now because I need to get this up by tomorrow, but I hope that you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe. I guess I'll see you next time. Ta-ta.